Last year's NASCAR champion Kyle Larson is absolutely furious with Bubba Wallace, who once again displayed some extremely unintelligent driving this weekend. Larson had a disappointing season behind him as he made a lot of mistakes during 2022 and therefore had no chance to defend his title in the last race. And if that wasn't enough, his frustration is now even greater after what Bubba Wallace did to him on the track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on Sunday. And while Larson believes Bubba will be smarter in the future before he decides to make a similar move to the one he made on Sunday, he certainly couldn't hide his anger behind his respectful response. Just before I fill you in on it, make sure to stick around until the very end, as I will be announcing a massive giveaway for all NASCAR culture viewers. But now, let's get back to what Kyle had to say after the infamous wreck. I think with everything that's been going on here lately, with head injuries, I don't think it's probably the right thing to do, Larson said. I'm sure with everything going, he'll know that he made a mistake in the retaliation part, and I'm sure he'll think twice about that next time. Wallace had a great start to the aforementioned race as he won the first stage, but later made a move that left Larson justifiably furious. The incident happened in the second stage of the South Point 400 when Larson and Wallace were driving side by side. The pairing made initial contact, after which Wallace's car touched the wall. The furious Bubba then decided to get revenge on his colleague and ran into Larson's vehicle completely unnecessarily, causing both cars to spin on the track and eventually hit the wall, with Christopher Bell also being involved in the incident. Wallace certainly had a mental blackout, and it is a complete mystery why he reacted this way after a situation that is completely normal for NASCAR racing. After the incident, he angrily got out of the car and confronted Larson. From his perspective, Larson was clearly to blame for the whole incident. It's undeniable that there was contact moments before the collision, but nothing radical happened that would have caused Wallace to pounce on Larson in MMA style after his big blunder. Bubba tossed his helmet and then started to push away Kyle, who couldn't believe what Wallace was doing. Larson was trying to defuse the situation the whole time and didn't want to get into a fight with Bubba, as he surely didn't want to go head-to-head with NASCAR turned Mike Tyson Wallace, especially given he's probably double his size. Larson did drive a little more aggressively, and he himself admitted it, but he believes that this is not the reason for his colleagues to be so frustrated and attack him in Las Vegas. He expected Bubba to fight back, but the move he made at such speed was reprehensible. That move was completely unnecessary because the race was not over after Larson's aggressive move. In this way, Wallace threw both of them out of the race, and many fans started calling for NASCAR to sanction him. I got in low, got loose and chased it up a bit, and he got up to my right front and got tight, Larson admitted. I knew he was going to retaliate. He had a reason to be mad, but this race wasn't over until he retaliated. Just aggression turned into frustration. Kyle summed it up before the enraged Wallace took the mic. When you get shoved in the fence, deliberately like he did, trying to force me to lift, the steering was gone, and he just so happened to be there, Wallace said after the wreck. I hate it for our team. We had a super fast car, not on short run speed, but we were kind of falling back there, and Larson wanted to make it a 3-wide dive bomb, he continued. He never cleared me. I don't lift. I know I'm kind of new to running up front, but I don't lift. I wasn't even in a spot to lift. He never lifted either, and now we are junk. Both drivers blame the other for the incident. Larson believes that Wallace should not have reacted in this way, first during the race itself when he retaliated against him, and then after the race was over for both of them. Wallace was asked what he wanted to achieve in this way and believes that Larson knows why Bubba acted in an extremely unsportsmanlike manner. He knows what he did was wrong. He wanted to question what I was doing, and he never cleared me, Wallace said. He regrets that his colleague from Toyota, Chris Bell, was collateral damage. Sports, Wallace said with a shrug. It's disappointing because our performance is capable of racing for the championship, and it doesn't appear that we're going to get to. He concluded before Larson opened up more about the incident. I saw him walking over, so I figured he would do something, Larson said. He had every right to be upset. I would rather him do that than tear up our cars in a dangerous manner. Larson certainly did well, as Bubba has an enviable physical superiority over him. Fortunately, the people from NASCAR reacted and prevented Bubba, seething with anger, from beating up Larson, even though he was primarily to blame for the incident. Many fans started calling for Wallace to get sanctioned, punished, or even temporarily banned from NASCAR, as his behavior was completely unacceptable. The NASCAR officials seem to have reacted to those calls, as they are currently investigating the whole wreck in greater detail. So I guess we will see what their conclusion is and if Wallace could be punished for this behavior. What do you think about the incident between Larson and Wallace? Whose side are you on? Should NASCAR penalize Bubba Wallace? And if so, how? Let me know in the comments section down below. As I hinted at the beginning of the video, we're currently giving away two $50 Amazon gift cards to the fans of NASCAR culture. All you need to do to enter is like, comment what you think of this incident, and most importantly, subscribe. I'll be selecting 2 random winners from NASCAR culture subscriber list once I reach 1,000 subscribers. So make sure to share this with your fellow racing fans so you increase your chances of winning sooner.